What is up, my viewers? Spang here. I almost said tank for some reason. Spang here, bringing you another World of Tanks gameplay commentary. I just want to get a few admin things out of the way first. Basically, okay, you may have noticed 4 of my last 5 videos, for some reason, at least at this point in time, while they are viewable on YouTube, YouTube is not exactly processing them quite right. They aren't available in HD, or if they are, the thumbnail isn't viewable. YouTube, I don't know what it's doing. Hopefully it's resolved. But anyway, despite YouTube issues, I will continue to upload videos. Secondly, yeah, so the reason I didn't upload a video Saturday, some of you may have noticed, is because I am working on a World of Tanks machinima. And if you're familiar with what machinima is, cool. If not, basically it's shooting videos and video games. I guess this could technically classify as machinima, but typically machinima tells a story. It's basically movies using video games, I guess is the best way to put it. So, biggest issue I'm running into that is just script writing. As soon as I get that out of the way, it should flow smoothly. Definitely ran into some writer's block, and yeah. So expect episode 0, kind of the pilot intro promo thing, to be this Saturday. I was hoping for it last Saturday, but you know, it just, like I said, writer's block. Very frustrating lack of progress. Secondly, I will be doing highlight reels instead of commentaries. I will be doing highlights, you know, kind of like the whole Let's Play style thing of World of Tanks, Wednesdays from now on. So that will be tomorrow. Awesome. A lot of work goes into those, so, but you guys said you enjoy them. They'll typically be pretty long. I'd say probably about a half hour. Okay, so let's get to the gameplay. Right here, I'm taking on a KV5, and why would I do that? Well, because as a Tiger P, I am completely confident taking on the KV5, but not only that, I have my buddy backing me up, and that lets me get a few free shots on him. He's focusing on that M6, the M6 actually killing him. Somewhat unexpected. We have a T150 over here as well. He doesn't scare me in the slightest, and at least as a Tiger P. But as you will see here very shortly, I'm going to regret this decision, noticing all of a sudden a KV3 is there. So he fires and hits me for no damage. Basically one of the great benefits of having a Tiger P. But as you will see, this is why I truly regret it. It's because I left my back exposed to the enemy tanks on the hill. The enemy has taken the hill, and that gives them a great strategic advantage. However, right now we are basically winning for all purposes of this match. We haven't lost a single tank. Not only that, the 2 tanks they have lost are both tier 8s. We just lost our first tank. It happened to be a KV5, so evening the playing field slightly. But across the map, our tanks are pretty spread out. You've got a good push on the island, you know, the good push on the west side, but we are dealing with quite a bit in town and on the hill. Right now we have a heavy tank, a low, sitting, wait, no, I believe I'm mistaken on that. It is a Tiger 2, I believe, sitting on base on that hill back there, acting like a sniper, he should be on the front lines. He should be engaging these forces on the hill. As you saw just right there, there's a quick flash. You may have noticed, it was very rapid, but you may have noticed he's there. We've lost our M6, and we just lost the T34, another heavy loss. Right here, again, I'm getting a little too aggressive, leaving myself exposed on the hill. Haven't quite learned my lesson yet, but the M26 not going to do too much damage. KV3 going to try and take a shot at me, I believe. Yep, does nothing but bounce. So, good news for me there. I'm confident in my ability to take out on these guys. Finishing off that T150, I could have let fire finish him, I suppose, but at the same time, I just wanted him out of there. I'm a little greedy when it comes to kills sometimes. Getting another shot on that KV3, I am certain this KV3 is gonna die. They still have a strong presence on the hill. We are still winning. They have definitely taken on much more heavy losses than us. I shouldn't say much more, but they have definitely lost more valuable tanks than us. Now, especially, we're up by 2, and so we have a good, comfortable lead. Right here, I'm being mindful, as you saw, I watched the clip, made sure that M26 wasn't still there. You know, finally having learned my lesson. And right here, I'm just peeking around the corner, making sure nothing is going to come driving up around me in the very near future. And I will go back around to deal with that KV5. He is something that, of a point of concern for me. And yeah, right now the enemy team catching up, closing that gap a little, making the teams a little more even, which I really do not like. There we go, 6 for 6 at this point. That Tiger 2 sitting in the back doing really not much at all to help our team. I could be mistaken, he might have been shooting things, but as a heavy tank with that type of steel, the Tiger 2 really needs to be on the front lines, taking it to the enemy, basically spotting for that TD back there in our artillery, and taking those hits and dishing those hits out. Right here we have a KV-5. Again, like I said earlier, as a Tiger P, I do feel comfortable taking on the KV-5. More stuff on the hill, just making sure they wouldn't be able to shoot me, or rather shoot me easily. That is the larger point of concern. The IS-3 still on that hill area, not really poking himself out, hitting that KV-5. He hits me for a good amount of damage, knocking out my driver, so not too happy about that. I hit the KV-5 again, get through his armor like it's not even there. Aiming for that little turret, as you see, and he aims for my turret too, because that is my weakest point of armor, but it's not too incredibly weak. So at this point, I feel very confident in my ability to kill this KV-5. Not exactly able to aim my gun as low as I would like, and I will get another shot off on him right here. So he's literally 2 shots away from me taking him out of this battle. He takes another shot at me, but he hits nothing but dirt. KV-5 literally at this point on his last leg, and I'm just doing what I can to try to get the final shot. But, you know, I swing for what I got and miss. There wasn't much there. So as you can see, our west push, our island push, really didn't end all that well. Basically running into a little more resistance than they thought was there, getting a little too far ahead of themselves and getting themselves taken out. That KV-5 is still my primary point of concern. At this point, I kind of forgot that IS-3 was there. But right here, I'm just kind of going for that KV-3 kill, not able to aim down quite enough. He's exposing the back of his turret to me, perhaps the weakest armor on that KV-5, and letting me kill him. So at this point, I'm up to 3 kills. And, you know, basically doing a lot of damage to 2 KV-5 and a KV-3. Finishing off that T-150, feeling pretty good about myself. That IS-3 is fully upgraded. Well, he's fully upgraded in terms of the gun. At least I'm guessing. I didn't get too great of a look at it. But the way he cut through my frontal armor like that makes me very confident he is using the BL9 with that 225 penetration. Full health IS, to see that this late in the game does not make me feel comfortable about my situation at all. And, you know, I really would just like to see him no longer here in this game. That Tiger 2 somehow getting really hurt. I guess artillery decided they had had enough of him being back there. Taking a free shot at that IS, you know, he's getting lit up quite a bit. But the IS will finish me off. He does have that... He had to have hit me in the turret or in an underplate, somewhere where my armor wasn't at its strongest, because I know my frontal armor by itself is enough to deflect it. Right here we have the M26 doing what he can to finish off this IS, but not having the best of luck here. IS getting off one more shot on him, and I misspoke, the IS-3. Big difference. Getting one more shot off on him. The M26 just not quite able to kill this IS. Artillery almost finishing off the M26 here. And, you know, when I first saw this encounter, I thought that M26 would surely have him, but the IS-3 does remain alive. So, very lucky or very skilled. Not sure quite, probably a little mix of both. We have a low here, very hurt, rolling on through the town. But I'm just going to speed up this replay a bit. The low is in a bit of trouble with that IS up on the hill, looking down on him. And so... right here, I'm kind of just watching base, seeing what's going on. I'm speeding it up a little. Right here, we have the IS moving to engage the low, and he will finish him off. So at this point, our team is pretty much even for the enemy team. The enemy team's really not looking too hot themselves. Our Tiger 2, like I said earlier, really, if he had been on those front lines, I slowed it down a little, apparently. If he had been on those front lines doing what heavy tanks are supposed to do, then he really, I think we would have been in a much better position at this point. That Tiger 2 player, not sure why he's playing so cautiously. He does have the upgraded turret, and therefore I'm assuming the upgraded gun, perhaps the best gun available to him, which is equivalent to the IS-3's BL9. in terms of penetration, but the Og Panther still full health, so that does inspire confidence. I have no idea what that T25AT has left for health, and he will come along. The Tiger 2 finally moving up. IS-3 is almost dead, and so is the IS. The T25 last seen at K4. Right here, we know the IS is on the hill. I mean, the IS-3 is on the hill. I keep doing that. And the IS is pushing across the back of the base. The Og Panther pushing up because he does not want to get hit. I told that Yog Panther to load HE for the IS-3. I'm not sure what he did there in the end, but he was able to kill that IS-3. Very grateful for that. The IS rolling across the back of base. And there is the T25AT, 552 health left. So more than enough to really take on what's left of our team, but he starts backing up due to unknown reasons. I think that T25 should have stayed out there. Maybe getting a little too cautious about that Tiger 2 rolling up, or not sure where that Tiger 2 is. I really cannot say. Right now, the AMX-40 running towards the enemy base. Tiger 2 finally doing something that, well, maybe I'm being a little too hard on him. He does have 2 kills. But I digress. Tiger 2 taking out that IS, making me feel much better about this match at this point. And looking at his gun, I have to say, he does not have the upgraded gun, but still he does have armor and he does have health. And I do believe he should have been on that front line rather than sitting back in base. But at this point, it's up to him to kill that T25AT. The Og Panther taking advantage of the distraction that the Tiger 2 provides and letting the Tiger 2 get on his flank as well. That is why it is never good to be one tank fighting 2 tanks by yourself, because you have to choose targets, and once you choose one, the other will move in if they are smart. And then if you even think about switching back to address that guy who just shot you, the other person will come in and take you out. So I'm trying to switch my camera to this AMX-40 here, and the replay glitches a bit, turns off Force Modem filter, which, to be completely honest, I'm thinking about getting rid of altogether. It is an option. And really, at this point, I think we should have it. The SU-8 right here, just rolling up on our AMX-40. AMX-40 doing a bit of damage to him, but the SU-8 going TD mode and taking him out. IS-3 saying nice job to all. Very polite man. Yog Panther taking a shot at their artillery and missing. And really what it comes down to right here is Tiger 2 made the right call going around, making sure nothing slipped through that net, because they had no idea where that SU-8 was going. And here is the crucial mistake. The Og Panther goes around. He circles around right here. He should have continued. We flash say he's right there. I'm saying he should have. Again, they're saying he's going for our base. The Og Panther's still going around when he really should have taken the right side. He really should have gone into the water to cut off. Already may be making a run for our base, and at this point it is too late to capture. Maybe if the Og Panther had just made a dead run for base and helped the Tiger 2, we might have had it. But simple fact is he didn't. He decided to go arty hunting, and he did it wrong. I knew right off the bat he should have gone in the water. He should have gone to the right side. And then he plays this little game of peekaboo, and to be completely honest, that Tiger 2, when he realized we shouldn't have been able to cap, that we couldn't cap to win, he should have moved to support the Yog Panther. Because if that Tiger 2 had started moving, he'd have a shot on the SU-8, and that artillery would be dead. So, on a draw, I made 1,330 experience, made over 50,000 credits, so I did definitely well for myself. At the end there, those 2 players really losing it for our team. They had an opportunity to pull out a victory, and they just threw it away due to poor decisions. And that happens sometimes, you know. You can sit there and scream and yell at them on holler all you want, but they're still going to do what they're going to do. And if they decide to ignore your advice, they're going to do it. So I managed to kill a KV-3, a KV-5, and a T-150. Not only that, I managed to hurt that IS and that KV-5. Detected 2. Fired a total of 19 shots, 16 hit the target, and I managed to take 7 hits. So anyway, sniper goes to that IS-3. If you like this video, click that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you have a replay, send it to spanglereplays@gmail.com. As per usual, the link, the email, will be in the description. So anyway, this has been Spang, and I am signing off.